Today, our journey takes us to Kebiko, Kajiado County, where farmers engage in horticultural farming. Our focus will be on the English cucumber that is characterized by their long, slender shape, thin skin, and few seeds. They are also known as barbless, greenhouse, or European cucumbers. Unlike regular cucumbers, English cucumbers are often preferred for their mild flavor and tender texture, making them popular for salads and sandwiches. Cucumbers are popular long, lean, and green garden vegetables. Technically, they are fruits from the same family as watermelons and pumpkins, but most people consider them veggies. Here in Kenya, we have farmers who cultivate cucumbers, and the main types of cucumbers they concentrate on are the local cucumber and the English cucumber. Today we tour Kajiado County, where we are meeting a farmer who is reaping big through English cucumber farming.
My name is Ndongo Samuel. I'm a farmer, a young farmer, doing English cucumber, and we are doing a variety here called Chams. That is the variety that we are doing, and we are located in Ngong, that is in Kebiko, Kajiado County.
We seek to know the ideal climatic conditions that are required for this plant to grow well.
For English cucumber, it likes a bit of high temperature, that is between 19 to 26 degrees centigrades. And actually, cucumber does well in those temperatures, yes.
We also learned that if you're to grow them using soil as a medium, your soil must be well drained with a pH of 6 to 6.5, but in this case of Samuel, this is not applicable since he uses the hydroponic method of farming and the pH here differs.
Here we are doing it via hydroponics setup. Normally these are family, because it is in a family of the nightshade. The right pH is 5.5 to 6.5. That is, the optimal is 5.7 to 6.1.
As we learned earlier, we have the local cucumber and the English cucumber in the Kenyan market. However, the local cucumber is more popular, and so we got curious to know the difference between the two types of cucumbers.
For the English cucumber, it's a bit complicated according to English. The English cucumber is a bit longer than the local, and for the English is a bit smooth than now the local. The local is the skin is a bit harder compared now to the English. The duration is that the English now grows very fast than the local. With the English cucumber, it has less seeds and more flesh, but for the local, it has more seeds, less flesh.
Apart from the differences mentioned by Samuel, we also learned that the English cucumber will fetch you more profit since its market price is higher than that of the local cucumber, and it highly attracts the foreign market, hence ideal for exports. According to Samuel, there are different varieties of the English cucumber, and in his farm, he's doing the Chams variety for this reason.
With the Chams, it does well because now for it is not affected mostly by the pest and diseases. Now when it comes to Bologna, it takes at times it is affected by pest. That is the main pest, that is thrip, and now you will get it. Now it starts to turn, and also the diseases, it's a bit resistance to it.
If you're wondering what the process of cultivating English cucumber is like, here is how.
For us, we do buy the seeds. We give them now to the propagator, and then now the propagator, now we take them from the propagator as the seedlings, and then now we transplant them in our media. That means from when we buy the seeds from now the right breeder, now after that we give it now to the propagator. For that period it takes 21 days, and then now we get now the seedlings, and then after the seedlings it takes around 3 to 4 weeks. That is 21 to 28 days. We start now harvesting the cucumber.
There are key factors to consider to ensure that you harvest a healthy fruit.
The average spacing from one crop to the other in the same line, it's supposed to be 45 to 60 centimeters. That is from one to the other. Then it is recommended that you give it about also almost the same 45 to 60 from one to the other in the other line. The main work that is there is now twisting, staking, twining the crop on the strings, that is to support it, because it is a vine, so it cannot stand by its own like a stem. So you have to now put it now to twine it on the string, and then after now it gets to a certain height, because it can go for close to 30 meters. That is the length. So the way to it is you when it goes up you lower it. That is now normally that is the care. And then after now we have harvested, we now remove the leaves that are below, so that they can continue to feed the crops that are there. And when the leaves are below, you'll get they will be affected by the diseases. So for a way of now reducing the disease on this particular crop is now getting rid of the deleafing of the leaves that have already started to get to the ground. And when it comes to feeding, because the nightshade family, they feed almost the same way with the tomatoes. They are heavy feeders, so when you feed them well, the returns are well, and they don't have they don't stay for a longer time in the farm. So in hydroponics, that is for us who are doing in hydroponics, so immediately after you have now terminated this cycle, you can plant as soon as possible. As long as you have cleaned the media and you have done what is necessary, you can feed. So with it, it can give you good money. You can have 2 or 3, actually 3 to 4 cycles in 1 year, because it is 4 months duration. But when it gets more than 4 months, yes, it will produce, but not the right qualities, and it will be now consuming more inputs and less output. The fertilizers that are needed mainly is the NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Nitrogen for vegetative, phosphorus for root development, and also the stem growth, and the K for now the fruits. English cucumber, it does not require a lot of water, even though now the crop itself is almost 90% water. But now when it comes to watering, you have to test now the media or the soil that you are using for you to know the amount of water to use. But generally, when it is cold, in cold seasons, you don't use a lot of water. On sunny, when the temperature is a bit high, you use a lot of water because of now evapotranspiration and the evaporation that is happening on the ground.
There are always challenges when farming, and in this case, Samuel is pointing out the major challenge to be invasion of pests and diseases.
The major pest that affects now cucumber, that is thrips. That is the main pest that affects it. And then now there are spider mites, there are white flies. Now there are those are the pests that affect us. On the line of diseases, that is we have downy mildew. That is the main one, and then we have the root nematodes that happens on the roots of the crop. So now they hinder now the uptake of nutrients. So you'll get the crop just starts to wither by its own.
Having mentioned the pests and diseases that invade the English cucumber, Samuel is telling us how to fight them.
In our farm, we have the yellow and the blue traps, that is the sticky traps that are used now to lure the pests towards the sticky part, and then now they are caught by the sticky matter that we have used in these cards. The other one is we have a predator that we use to so that it can feed on the other pests. Yes.
The other concern you may be having is the amount of capital that one will require to have one greenhouse of English cucumbers.
The estimated cost of production for this particular space, that is 192 meters squared, we use approximately 70,000. That is what we use for a duration of 4 months. After now you transplant the seedlings, that is 1 month of nurturing, and then after 1 month you start harvesting for the next 3 months. Yes, that is approximately 1.1 or 1.2 tons per month.
But what about the returns?
For the English cucumber, we have to wrap them with a clean fill so that they don't lose water compared now to the local cucumber. You'll get around 100 to 150,000. That is 70 of now the inputs, acquisition, and now the cost of the greenhouse. And then now when it comes now to the labor, it goes to almost 30,000. So approximately you'll get a return of 150 to 100,000.
Cucumbers contain 95% water content, hence it's highly hydrating, supports digestion, aids in weight loss, and also promotes healthy skin since it's rich in antioxidants and vitamin K. The availability of potassium helps regulate blood pressure, hence heart health.